Hey guys, it's Brandon. I know I've been away for quite a while. Last time I came here, I believe it was chapter 1140 was the last time I actually was on making a video recently. So yeah, it's been quite a while, and I just wanted to say I'm sorry I kind of like stepped away in a sense. Um, I actually had no intention of stepping away. I think it was just life itself. I was just doing things here and there with real estate, and I had a trip. Yeah, I went to Puerto Rico and with the family and everything like that. So it was a good time. So um, I just took a little break, I guess. But I'm happy to catch up with you guys. Like I've been caught up with One Piece this whole time, but I'm happy to sit down and just review a couple chapters and get caught up with you guys on here. So I'm gonna break it up into a couple videos. I'm gonna do chapter 1141 and 1142 in this video, and then I'm gonna do 1143 and 1144 in the next video. Then I'm gonna finish it off with 1145 having its own video. So yeah, we'll start off 1141. This could be good too for people that are looking to just get a refresher on like what's recently going on. So yeah, chapter title is called Older Women, and in the cover series story, we have Only Child Yamato and the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage in volume 27. She can't hold back the tears of frustration. So moving on, we have in the notes from Oda, he says, just when I wrote them off, Pizza Hut steps up their corporate game. Ramen pizza, yum. So yeah, ramen pizza, that sounds pretty yummy for sure. I would love to try it out. Now moving on, so we're gonna start off the chapter with Nami. She's like, what a waste of time. We've been trekking through this massive castle all day, and we don't even have a single giant diamond, pearl, or piece of gold to show for it. And yeah, so he's like, Nami Tasso, you really shouldn't say such things out loud. It's not like I care about this Loki monster. That's what Nami says. So yeah, then he's like, Loki, giant monster. And they're like, oh, it's nothing to worry about. Just lay back and get some rest. And they're like, Nami Tasso, can you maybe tone it down a bit? And she's like, there's all the treasure. And they're like, Nami Tasso. So she really needs that treasure. So that's what we're opening up the chapter with. Pretty good. You haven't gotten much of that in a while, so it's nice to see that. But then we move over to the Treasure Tree tour group with Frankie and Colin's mom. And Frankie starts off, ain't surprising, but there's a hell of a lot to take in here. It's incredible. And she's like, to summarize, we basically live on the tree's enormous branches. So on the Adam tree, there's homes on the branches. So each one has a long and rich history of its own. Wow. And that one over here, as they point to it, it's been that branch was there a Hagen village used to be there, she says. But lightning struck it down one day and it went up in flames. It had gotten too dry and old, so there was no way to put it out. The entire branch was severed from the tree to ensure the fire wouldn't spread to any of the other villages. So we see, obviously in the Adam tree, this one branch is severed. I see, Frankie says. Bet that was a tough call. I guess even Adam trees aren't immune to time itself. Uh, and that's, yeah, she responds and she says that's Elbaf's biggest weakness, fire and lightning. And then we move over to the Western Village feast where Usopp and Nami are talking. Usopp says, "Where did you sneak off to, Nami?" And Nami says, "I haven't seen Luffy or Zoro anywhere either. They're probably just exploring." That's right. That's right. Good thinking. So, Woo Ja Rule, you've gotta meet our. So you gotta see. So the way that Oda drew Usopp makes him look, he's drunk. So Usopp's like, Ja Rule, you've gotta meet our genius navigator. Ain't she a beauty? You pervy old man. Isn't she your type? And like he's talking to him like he's drunk. And so the old man's like, he's like, haha, my type, huh? Honestly, I'm into older women. And that's where we get the top chapter title. And then Usopp straight smacks his sword because Ja Rule has a sword stuck in his head. Straight smacks it and says, "You're the oldest guy in the world. There's no way you'll find a woman like that." And then Elder Ja Rule, they start freaking out, like, damn. And the giants start grabbing Usopp, like, keep your mitts off the Elder's sword. And then he's like, "Shut up, Dory. Hey, anyone wanna try pulling out Excalibur? Don't the don't the blood loss will kill him." Oh my, he's so drunk. Look who's talking. So it's just a big funny scene. I guess it can't be helped though. This was his dream, making it all the way here. Yeah, you can tell. Oh man, something's off. Where's Gerd? They have bone fractures, and one of them looks like they've been stabbed. You really think a normal human could cause that kind of damage? What happened? Out with it. Nami's we're in a different scene now, just totally different scene. Nami's talking to the weirdo guy. Those guards are no jokes. What are you up to? Nothing. I was merely up there doing research so I can improve my block castle. But I found the front door all sliced up, and the guards were. Are you hot? You're sweating bullets because you keep staring at me. I'm gonna question the guards. No, they need rest. Well, I'm gonna tell Elder Ja Rule, but that'll ruin the party for him. You can't do that till you get all the facts straight. Nobody likes a party pooper. If this Loki business gets out before Luffy, Tasso, and the others return, I'll be labeled a co-conspirator. Hopefully, Loki just takes off once he's free. He can raise hell overseas for all I care. The only thing that worries me is that red hair look-alike. Spill it. You know something, don't you? So Nami's just straight business. She even has an axe. Oh, that's cool because the way Oda drew Nami in the beginning was, with her axe and stuff. So that's cool. Um, Realm of the Dead. Hey, Luffy, this isn't the scene I pictured from your description. He wasn't like this when I saw him. The animals have been attacked too. Hang in there, guys. And Luffy and Zoro see Loki. They're like, Loki, what happened? Who did this? And don't give him the key yet, Luffy. Zoro says, this changes things. It's not like he can go on a rampage with these wounds. Come on, Zoro, lend me a hand. Those chains must be made from sea stone. What could have taken out all these big beasts? Damn, bro. Hold on, Luffy. Let's wait a bit. So Zoro is like talking to Luffy, like, just chill for a second. Let's see what's going on. He's big even for a giant, he says. And then Luffy's like, Loki, say something. And he starts breathing. He's breathing. This giant's about to die. We've gotta help him. We don't owe him a thing. Damn, bro. Damn. Zoro's like, I haven't spoken to him, but we shouldn't take his bad reputation lightly. This guy's as big as ours. And we let him run loose, it may not end pretty, even for a country like Elbath. Just wait. And then Zoro straight smacks him. Whoa, what the heck, Zoro? And then Loki straight hits the ground, straight smacking the ground. And then Zoro's like, seems those bloody wounds are definitely the real deal. So he's not faking it. Damn. Loki's like, damn you, what the hell? And then Zoro's like, he's dead. No, Luffy's like, he's dead. And then Zoro's like, if he is dead, that was simply his fate. You can be a real jerk, Luffy says. And then Zoro's like, fine, I'll go along with unlocking him, but let's leave some sea stone around one of his legs. We can talk it out more once he regains consciousness. And then Luffy's like, all right, then let's go fetch Chopper. The library is way too far away. I'll bet we'll find a doctor partying back at the village, though. Zoro says, all right, all right. If they find out we freed Loki, they'll banish us, won't they? Luffy says. Then we'll be banished. We've got no choice. I'm gonna go call a doctor, Zoro says. We should stock up on meat too, right? Knowing you, you won't be at your best if you don't eat, Luffy says. Yeah, there's plenty of meat over there, Zoro says. No way, don't even joke about something like that. Those guys are my buddies. I can just go hunting in the mountains later. Meat's meat, isn't it? Zoro says. And then Luffy's like, anyone who becomes my friend is off the menu. All right, my bad. Oh, dude, that's funny. So Zoro's like, let's find a doctor first. Uh huh. Luffy says, huh? Please don't do it. And then you could see a ship falling, and it is the giant warrior pirates. And Hajrudin is saying, I told you, island clouds can't sustain themselves in the realm of the dead. I thought we could use their last bit of buoyancy before they disappeared. I'll save you, Gurchan. That is Sanji in the back saying that. And the Giants are saying, we couldn't waste time getting a lift. This is an emergency. If Loki escapes, all hell will break loose. And they're like, it's over. We're all going to die. Sorry, guys. I made the wrong call. I don't blame you. You were thinking about the safety of Elbaf. What a life. And then you guys are about to fall, and Luffy goes like gum gum balloon. So they end up making it, and they say thank you. Yep. And it's like shot. And he's like, thank you very much. Even walking away from that hurt is a miracle. If it weren't for you, we'd be dead for sure. We had to hurry though. I'm glad we made it in time. Please don't go through with your plan to release Loki, Straw Hat. I forced Roto to spill the beans. Forgive me, Luffy Tasso. You can't trust Loki. He's a cunning, ruthless trickster, black hearted and beyond redemption. Since we were kids, even when he did or said something nice, it was all a lie. He's a friend who betrays others without a second thought. Loki's a threat to the entire world. I'm afraid you're already too late. He's like, huh? And Loki, what? I could have sworn he was out cold. Stop it, Hadron says. Put down Ragnar, Loki. And Loki is fully standing up. And yeah, he's ready to talk. He's ready to talk business now. It's like, whoa, what's he doing standing up? But we go to 1142, and chapter title is What I'm Afraid of. And we have Ogre Child Yamato in the Golden Harvest Sarah-Gate Pilgrimage. This is volume 28. Give back the sword and girls with Thunder Bagua. We have Yamato coming through Thunder Bagua. And so we move on. Teacher, 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 help us. There's a huge snake in the schoolyard. It must be Jormungandr is a snake that brings an end to the week. You mean Saturday? Eek. It's gonna eat us. Everyone run into the school. So everything's going crazy right now. Facility room, the rower school. We've got trouble teachers. There really is an enormous snake out there, a beast from the underworld. What is it doing here in the sun world? Only hope we can evacuate everyone in time. We have math teacher Mr. Blade, Walrus School Principal Tusk, and the language teacher librarian Miss Ange. Principal Tusk, we should call the chiefs, Miss Ange. But in the meantime, the children are in danger. The kids start saying, Teacher, it's going to gobble egg year up. And then, boom, out of nowhere, Mr. Tusk comes in, hits him really hard, knocks out one of the giants, and then you have Saul coming in as well and doing a midterm X slam. And he says, watch out, I'm late. I'm sorry, Tusk. Um, and then the kids are like, whoa, Mr. Principal and Mr. Saul, they're just so awesome, you know? They're like, ah, man, my back. Thanks for the help. He's like, don't mention it. Where's the snake coming from, though? So the kids are like, man, you used to be a warrior too, Mr. Principal. The rumors are true. Mr. Saul is super duper strong. He was in the Navy, right? Yeah. Ah, that was really cool. There are monsters like this in the Sun World, Saul. Not really. They're more like the usual wild animals. Well, sorry about the scare, children. Thank you, Saul. Mr. Wolf. What is it now? Chopper says. And then we look inside the school and we see Mr. Wolf, who's a gym teacher. He's all messed up. They're saying, what happened to you? Forget me. What about the children? Huh? Teacher Yilva and the others wandered off somewhere. What? Where? Hello? Are you friends of Luffy? The kids say. That's right. Did Luffy do something to you? Be careful, Mr. Saul. You mustn't touch the children. Which which way Yilva and them go? That way, toward the beach. Mr. Saul, what happened to them? They fell asleep and wouldn't talk to us. Asleep, but you said they were walking. They're all asleep and won't respond to us. Come back where are you all going? Blow the horn. Warn the whole country. Not the whole country. Tusk, what's going on over board? This is an abnormal state of affairs, Saul. Look at the forest. And the kids are moving by an arrow. They're asleep. And then they blow the horn to announce an emergency. And then we see what? We see these big giant monsters. Where did they come from? They're abnormal, right? Mr. Principal, the children are passing out. What's wrong? Everyone hang in there. What now? I just don't understand. Get up, kids. What's happening? Let me down there, Saul. I'll take a look at them. Thanks, please do. I'm at a loss. The first thing we should do is stop the children and get them to safety. And then we get the underworld of Elbath. We move there. You thought that leaving one leg trapped in Sea Prism Stone would contain the true extent of my power? That was foolish of you. If you want to save Elbath, undo the final cuff now. You'll soon see if I'm really helpless or not in this condition. Hey, what's his deal? Better hurry up. If I keep landing blasts, eventually they'll hit something and the force will spread. The fires will spread. You know what Elbath is susceptible to, don't you? I can bring you all to ruin. Stop it, Loki. And then boom, big smack, big fire, big flame, big lightning. And man, what was that? Thunder. There's fire on the south side of the island, Chief Ja Rule. Did you hear a horn too? Anything but fire. We must put it out. The Walrus School, Mr. Saul, Mr. Principal, I recognize those monsters. You do, Miss Ange. It was earlier today. Loki has a huge hammer, and he destroys the world. No, he doesn't. The one who destroys the world is Nika. Look, he's scary. No, look, Loki's scary. No way. Obviously, the scariest thing ever is Fenrir, the giant wolf. Don't stand on your desk, children. It's ghosts, the undead Draugr, storms, Nidhogger, the lightning dragon, Jormungandr, my mom. Is everybody finished? Teacher, if I have to think of so many scary things, I'm gonna have a nightmare tonight. Uh, sorry, Yova. I'm happy to see so much personality and creativity in all these drawings and essays, though. You've all got so much imagination and expression. Of all those things, are what the children drew based on the prompt of what they were afraid of? But that's ridiculous. These things are a vision of the world. Okay, we're all ready to. Hey, good job there, killing him. The time limit is until the kids reach the ship. Do you think you can get back? To know love is to wound one another. Say, Gunko, are you afraid of anything? Nika. And that's it. And then, yeah, guys, so tune in for 11:43 and 44 on the next one.